it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. Casey saw all the games, knew the players by their first names, told the umpire he was wrong all along, good and strong. When the score was just 2-2, Casey knew what to do. Just to cheer up the boys she knew, she made the gang sing this song. Take me out to the ball game, take me out with the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jack. I don't care if I never get back. Let me root for the home team. If they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game.
Greetings, folks, and welcome to live coverage of Orioles baseball, where this afternoon, Baltimore Orioles will be Pregame White Sox at Oriole Park at Camden Yards. Hello, everybody. Old pal, the BirdWatcher here. They'll call me BW for Orioles won a game yesterday. Was it the most exciting game of the season? Probably not. 2 runs in a bit odd fashion. Double steal in there. Up being the difference. Bautista closed the door in the 9th inning and did 2 runs because the White Sox held on to it. Fortunately, the man who scored that run on that double steal, Ryan Mountcastle, is the newest member of the another Oriole down. Another Oriole just ow. Who's left? Who has not been on the disabled list? Somebody wrap Jackson Holiday in bubble wrap, okay, between games, please. Somebody stay healthy. Ryan Mountcastle's on the disabled. A corresponding move. I think this will come as no surprise. Coby Mayo has been called up, folks. Coby Mayo is on the team in the lineup today. He's going to. We want Ryan Mountcastle to back with the team as quickly as he can, but does present Mayo an opportunity for perhaps some regular at bat. A couple of weeks. See, at this stage of our season, what is there to lose? Go ahead and play him. Time to get Mayo regular at bat. Try to get this guy on some kind of a roll. Mayo has really not been able to string much together. Opportunities given since called up last season. He is in the lineup today. I would imagine we'll be seeing him in most lineups for the next at least week. So Westberg maybe gets back. Got Colton Cowser also soon coming back. You got Ramon Laureano working his way back. Ced Mullins, they're saying his time on the DL might not be more than the minimal 10 days. But again, I'm not going to listen to any speculation that really ever work out that way. But, folks, my number one issue, can't really take anything seriously when you put Jorge Matteo in center field. That's what we got going on today. Matteo is in center field. And I'm looking at the lineup, and all you got to do is there's a way. There's a way to not have to use. Dylan Carlson can play center field. He can play center field. Matteo cannot. Anybody out there thinks he can? Got a bridge to sell you somewhere. Matteo does not. Sorry for me to even take a team, put somebody out of important. I mean, do I need to center fielder? Your responsibility is to cover more ground than any other player on the field. Okay, that's a pretty large. You're also covering a part of the field that's as far away from home plate as anywhere else. So, kind of important that you're able to track a ball down, and if you can't catch it, ball quickly. No, have spatial awareness around you. You know where that wall is. Matteo doesn't have that instinct. Okay, he doesn't. There are corner outfielders don't belong in center. Find infielders. How about this? Ricky Henderson. I feel like the only Orioles are trying Matteo center. He's fast. Why not? Oh, Ricky Henderson was fast. Last time I checked, the all-time leader in stolen bases. Close. Why didn't Ricky Henderson ever play center field? Because he wasn't good at it. He played left field, where he played. Ichiro, great athlete, great hitter, great fielder. Didn't play center though. Played right field. I mean, he might have played center once in a while on a bench. Hell, even Ricky might have bench, but they weren't center fielders. But if you're going to give me Ricky Henderson's production at the plate or Ichiro's, maybe I would put him in center anyway. But if you're going to give me Jorge Mateo's offensive production or lack thereof and play him in center field, what are you doing? What are you doing? You're putting something that is working against us in our own lineup. It's like having a mole in the lineup. I don't get it. Anyway, I can't sit around and moan about it for long because we got a game to get. We're playing the White Sox. There's audio troubles, but it's improving. Oh, that's right. My microphone fell out of the cradle here, right onto the floor. Oh no. Audio is frig. Let me see what it sounds like. Cradle here, right onto the floor. Oh no. Audio is frig. Let me see what it sounds like. Cradle here, right onto the floor. Oh no. Gotta be kidding. Right before I. Wow, so bad. I don't even know what to. Check, 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 check. Check, 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 check. Check, 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 check. Hey, everybody. Me tender, love me. Hey, everybody. Me tender, love me. You know what it is? Ho, ho. Hey, 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 come on now. Work. Just work. Hello, hello, hello. Gosh. Guys, can you guys understand? No. All the stuff to go wrong. Not my microphone, man. Microphone fell on the floor. It fell out of its little as I was trying to reach for something. It just fell out, hit the floor right before I got on the air. Garrett says he can hear me fine, but if there's dropout, if there's anything bad with them, my number one. Have to have everything else is just literally window dressing. Doesn't matter to me. Have to say. Deliver me for. Deliver me for. Wow. Wow. Sucks. Hold on there, folks. Hang in there. Damn it, man. Damn it. I get you. I mean, I know why. I know why. All right, I'm going to try something. Try something. Where is this? Oh. Hold on. Check. 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 Might have had to hello. Might have had to hello. Might have had to but it's still cutting out. Still cutting out. Like, yeah. And because there's a limiter filter. Game is going to start in like a minute. Is this it? Is this end of BW? Screwed? I forgot what I mean. I can't even think straight because I'm set right now. What am I even looking up right now? God. God damn. 3 in the morning here. It's not like I got a lot of options. No. Hey, we're oranged out. All right, I have to out. Phone. Where are all the filters? Oh, here we go. Yeah, limiter. That limiter. Threshold. Check. Sells seashells by the seashore. Sells seashells by the seashore. Still cutting out. We're underway. First pitch is a strike. Sells seashells by the seashore. Still cutting out. We're underway. First pitch is a strike. Sells seashells. Not as doable. Did I break my microphone? How does it kind of work? Why do you only kind of work? Not fine. Cutting in and out. There's complete words and phrases dropping out. 1 and 2 the count on the leadoff man. Talkman. Right? Tell. Say something and drop in and out. Hard check slate. First thing you do. 2 and 2 the count on Talkman if you can hear me. I can't even wear a headset if I had one, Garrett, because of my medical part of the strikeout. Talkman strikes out, folks. If you can hear this, we struck out somebody. Oh, I guess while I try to figure this out, let me get the scoreboard up for you. There you go. Take a look at that, and you know. Vargas at the plate, if you can hear me. This is awful. You guys say that, but I'm telling you, if I talk for long stretches, I don't think it's just fixed itself. You guys, all right, I will continue to talk, and you let me know the next time you can tell it's cutting out, because I don't think it's fixed. Until I hear a new report, then I'll just continue to call the game like there's no problem. More echo, but not cutting out. Okay. Well, it's in mono. It's hollow sounding. Crap. This ball's hit down the left field corner. And that is a foul ball, right? Okay. I just sound far away. Well, do I need to increase the volume? Is it the same level, like decibel level? But I just sound kind of hollow and mono? Or do I need to turn it up? Pitch outside. Count is 2 and 2. Oh, God. I have to hear what I sound like. Oh, God. Oh, God. No. That sounds horrible. Oh, hold on. Hold the hell on. Good God. That's bad. Okay, I'm trying to talk again. That's horrible. That's absolutely horrible. Okay, and another check. Okay, and another check, another. That doesn't do anything. That's a full count on Vargas. And that is ball 4. Pitch over the plate but low from Kremer. 1 out walk in the top of the first. Check, check, check. Somebody put me out of my misery. I am not happy. Somebody put me out of my misery. I am not happy. God, this sucks. Great. Well, this ought to get some new subscribers. 0-1 on Andrew Benintendi. Wow. Where do I even begin? Where do I even begin to figure this out? I mean, this isn't even a microphone, is it? Here's a fly ball to center. Look at Matteo. Where are you going? He's going to his right. Now he's going back to his left. He's got it. 2 down. Well, I did that, Dan, but if you want me to do it again, I will. Nothing to lose, right? Can't sound worse than this. I will do it again. There you go. Right. Come on. Come on. Oh, shit. Get on there. Ryan O'Hearn makes the final out. We go to the bottom of the first. White Sox nothing, Orioles coming up. Rubber baby buggy bumpers. Yeah, I think so, Janet. I think it's the computer mic that you're hearing, which is terrible. Yeah, I think so, Janet. I think, yeah. So that has to change. God. What happened? Oh, boy. Yeah. All right. Well, can I just still have it in front of my face because I feel naked without it? And that way, if it does pop on, we'll know when. Damn. I'm looking, folks. I wouldn't hang around for a whole. I mean, we're playing the White Sox, okay? I wouldn't be able to hang around for this. But let me see what I can do here. It's just this is a mess. I have to do research. I had to customize all these filters when I first got this mic because something was wrong, and then something worked out. Everything was working smooth. Now one little drop of the microphone and everything is foobar. Foobar. You mean the soundboard? That's fine. That should be fine. Jackson Holiday fouls the first pitch away from Davis Martin. Davis Martin, right-hander, don't know anything about him. And that pitch is off the plate, 1-1. Oh, boy. Holiday drills one to right. Forget about it. Flag court shot. Bye-bye birdie. 1-0 Orioles on a Holiday home run. Oh, that ball was launched. See you later. Folks.
Oh, it's magic.
Well, so far with the terrible microphone, Orioles batters are 1 for 1 with a home run. So, welcome to the new channel. The audio's bad, but the hitting's good. Adley Rutschman at the plate. What the hell am I gonna do? I gotta keep checking in on my own audio. Sorry, guys. I gotta keep checking in on my own audio. God, it's reporting live from a war zone. BW here in Beirut. Ground ball to first by Rutschman. A flip to the pitcher covering for the first out. 1-0 Baltimore in the bottom of the first. Oh boy. Skibidi-skibidi-skibidi-skibidi-skibidi. I swear to God, I go to buy a microphone. Well, why won't it work the right way? Skibidi-skibidi. Skibidi-skibidi. Oh, you know what? Wait a minute. Now I don't want this. I want this out. Delete that. Check, check, check. Mic auxiliary audio. Where's mic auxiliary? Where are the properties for this? Show me the properties. Okay. Does that do it? I think I might have. Oh, yep. Hold on. Sorry, folks. Sorry for blasting your ears. Sorry for blasting your ears. I think I got it now. I think I got it. I think we're alone now. There doesn't seem to be anyone around. Here's a ground ball, and Gunner's out at first. 2 down. Slater says fixed. It looks like I'm in the yellow, which is where I want to be for volume's sake. And does this sound like an actual microphone to you? Well, I know it's loud. I'm adjusting that. That part I'm adjusting. Hang in there. It's not right. It's not fixed. What? Why did you guys make me think I had it? Oh, God. Why did you guys make me think Oh, God, it's exactly the same. Wait, well then why did it max out like, okay. Alright, I fixed one problem. We're getting there. 1-1 the count on Ryan O'Hearn. 2 down, and a foul ball off to the right, 1-2. And again, I have to keep talking into the mic. It's just a force I have at this point. Yeah, both audio channels up and the mic was fun. Well, I mean, I didn't, when he said that, Slater, I haven't touched anything after I made that one. Oh, you know what it is? Okay, hold on. One other thing. I got one other thing. Let me do this. Hold on. Check, check, check. This should not be there. Okay, so let me get rid of that. That should always be like that. Check, 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 check. And properties. Inning over. The Orioles get a run on a home run from Holiday. On to the second inning, 1-0 Orioles. It's just going to be a bunch of testing for the foreseeable future, folks. It's just going to be a bunch of testing for the foreseeable future, folks. What was that? It's just going to be. Oh my God, that's so bad. It's so bad. Hey, if you're new to my channel, I promise, come back. It's better than this. So is the team, I think. Everybody's better than this. I don't know what to do. I'm really struggling holding myself together because I don't know what to do. I want to just turn off the computer and figure it all out tomorrow after I've had some sleep, and maybe take the computer and the microphone into a shop for somebody who knows what the hell they're doing and take a look. But right now, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I'm calling the game, but I'm not. This is not an acceptable presentation. Top of the second underway. First pitch is a strike. Palacios is at the plate. Okay. Guys, just again, if you want to hang, it's great. I don't know why you would. If you want to go, I absolutely understand, but I'm going to just right now take a break for a sec and just relax. I know I sound like crap. But I gotta shut my brain down just for a second. 0-2 pitch in the dirt, 1-2. Yeah, if you're gonna, after there's been a problem with the microphone, Mr. Hyde, yes, I started to tinker with the settings to try to get it to work again. But no, I didn't tinker to make it sound like this. The microphone, this is the last time I'm going to say it, because I'm really not having a good time talking about it, but the microphone fell out of its little cradle here, because I went to go reach something and just hit it, and it just fell down to the floor. I don't know why I feel like I got to talk in the microphone, because I don't need it. It's a crutch now. I have this thing in front of my stupid mouth every day. Okay, don't take that clip out of context, please. But yeah, this sucks. I feel naked. I feel afraid. They should make a show about that. I got a hot cup of coffee next to me that's doing no good because I'm over here sweating balls. 1 out in the second inning. Palacios retired. Lennon Sosa at the plate. Well, if I were to try any of those things, it's going to shut the stream down. That's the problem. There are a couple of things that might solve this, but it would entail shutting down the stream. .109 off the bat from Holiday. I know, that ball was absolutely cremated. Well, then you guys all have to stick around and be supportive for your boy when he's hurting. I saw the try dropping the mic again thing. You think I'm really going to do that? This is a heavy microphone, and this is a hard floor. And it's probably why I messed it up. I get the rationale. Hey, if it made it do that, then maybe doing it again will... But I don't know. What. Well, I mean, first of all, let me try this. Let's get this pitch out of the way. 1-2 pitch with 1 out to Sosa. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Sosa strikes out.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
All right, I'm going to unplug this mic from the computer. All right, and I just want to confirm that everything still sounds the same. All right, and I just want to confirm that everything still sounds the same. And it does. I'm going to take a good look at this entire wire here. I don't hear any rattling. That's good. That's a line drive base hit into center field by Rojas. A 2-out single for the White Sox. Check, check, check. Yeah, see, right now it's just picking up. So that's what that is. Gosh. Okay. All right. Corey Lee at the plate with 2 down. The count is a 1-1 on Corey Lee. Did that already, Joel. Did that. No, Patrick, no. Yeah, this is just laptop sound. It's not recognizing my micro. I can't deal with like a bombardment of. I can't deal with it. I can't deal with it. If you 100% know a fix, go ahead and say BW. I know exactly what to do. Otherwise, please. Because again, I've dealt with audio issues. I've troubleshot my ass off. And a lot of stuff that you guys are going to tell me, I've already tried. Like, that was what I did first. We're going to the bottom of the second, 1-0 Baltimore. So, yeah, just, again, it's either, you know, be tolerant of what's going on right now, or maybe come back for the next game. I'm going to plug this back in. Try to select this. Mic check, check. Okay. Properties. Must be audio. Check, check, check. Check, check, check. Did that do anything? Did that do anything? Is that goo? Are we goo? Are we goo? Are we 100% goo? How goo are we? Hello? Are we 100% goo? Holy cow. How goo are we? Oh, God. Hello? Are we 100% goo? Holy cow. How goo are we? God. Oh, God. Hello? Holy cow. Hallelujah. Jesus Christ, man. That's what I'm talking about. I just needed to just take a minute, shut myself down, and no offense to you guys, but just block you guys out. Just give me a sec, because whatever it is, it's probably just need, yeah, okay. Welcome back, folks. Hey, who's ready for the pregame show? Fly ball to right center field by Arias. I'll be caught out there by the center fielder, Robert. 1 out, bottom of the second. I got to just check it one more time, see how it sounds. For Robert, 1 out, bottom of the second. I got to just check it one more time, see how it sounds. By the way, it's amazing what a quality microphone can do for your voice, right? I sound so weak and just terrible for my desktop audio, and then with a microphone, I'm Howard Stern. How is that possible? Want to know the count now on who's up? I need glasses. Is that Kobe Mayo? He looks rather tall. Kobe Mayo is at the plate, and he's got a 2-0 count, folks. Look at this. We got Mayo up at, and that ball's hit to right. He will fly out to right, Kobe Mayo. I got to move his name up on the soundboard here.
Just get it all on there. Just spread it out.
Yeah. I leveled up. I'm no longer a beta cuck. I'm now a true alpha. Is that Kerstad? I'm going to guess it is because he swung and missed. Where are we? Here we are. Next pitch is way off the plate. Folks. So, wow, it's peaking a little bit too. Let me, might be a little bit too loud. I know it's scary, folks, but I'm going in for a slight adjustment. This ball's hit toward third, and that'll end the inning. We go to the third inning, 1-0 Baltimore. Check, 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 check. Okay, right about here, right about here. Unique New York, unique New York. Rubber baby buggy bumpers, rubber baby buggy bumpers, rubber baby buggy bumpers. She sells by the seashore. She sells seashells by the seashore. How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? All right. How now, brown cow? The quick brown fox jumped over the lazy dog. The quick brown fox jumped over the lazy dog. Okay, I'm ready to go. Sorry, folks. Thank you for your patience. Welcome to the BirdWatcher Channel. Here's what you missed. Ryan Mountcastle's on the DL. Jorge Matteo's playing center field. He should not be. Who do we call up? We got an outfielder called up. Fellow by the name of Jordan Adams. Jordan Adams is on the team. Outfielder, I'm assuming corner outfielder. What else? Cionel Perez cleared waivers and is back with AAA Norfolk. Kobe Mayo is up, and I think we all know that because he was just literally hitting a baseball in the game. 108.8 off the bat of Jackson Holiday. Wow. That ball was crushed. I need to get can I go in? Let me look up the Holiday home run ball. I want to watch a replay. Here we go. Driven well. Out to right field. It's a leadoff. God, that ball was smoked. Smoked. And again, folks, it's the torque. Go in there and just pause it right as that swing is going through. When the bat is coming around and sort of blocking the Xfinity mobile sign there in the background. And you look at the contour of his body right there. Like look at that. There's so much power coming through there on that swing. We are in the top of the third. Ground ball to third. Arias over to first in time. One away. Somebody just why isn't Ced Mullins playing? Well, he has to be active in first. Michael said Mullins is about 3 injuries ago. Mullins is on the disabled list. So is Ryan Mountcastle. So is Ramon Laureano. So is Jordan Westberg. So is Colton Cowser. So is Gary Sanchez. So is Tyler Wells. So is Grayson Rodriguez. So is Kyle Bradish. Who else? So Buttons. Mike Talkman at the plate. First pitch from Kremer is, was a ball. That was the second pitch, and that's also off the plate. 2-0 on Talkman. 0 for 1. Yeah, there's been speculation that it's Crohn's for Mullins, but they're saying it is a hamstring problem. I'm not buying it. I'm not aware of getting a hamstring injury while not in game action. Like, when did it happen? How did it happen? They never explained that. He played one game after sitting 3 out of 4. Played the game without any signs of hurting anything. And then we come in yesterday. He's not in the lineup. We're like, well, where is he? Oh, he's on the DL with a hamstring strain. Well, how? How? Here is the customary cutaway shot to Matt Holliday in the crowd. It is now a requirement for all Masson broadcasts. Here's a line drive base hit into center field by Talkman, a 1-out single. I don't think they would have done that, Chilo, because, a guy like Bradfield, they have a plan for, when they want to bring him up. Sometimes it does work out where you call up a guy earlier because of injuries, but Mullins, if it was a long-term injury, that would be something. If we didn't have Cowser coming back in a few days and he can play center field, or a Laureano who can handle it. But in a few days, we're going to have somebody better than Matteo in center field. I don't think calling up Bradfield right now is the right move. It's not to say that I don't want to see him. Just don't think that the timing is right for him. Because I just don't think it would just be just like a cameo, I want to call a guy like that up to try to get a long run in the team, or at least give him the attempt to. I mean, if he falls flat after 5 games going over 20, then probably not. But all right, where are we? Is BW back? It's a 3-0 count on Vargas. Kremer needs to throw a strike, and he does. 3-1. This pitch is fouled away, and after falling behind 3-0 on Vargas, Kremer works it to a full count. Folks, let me say hello to you guys in the Charm City chat in this next half inning break. Obviously, things got off to a weird start. Here's a nubber off the end of the bat to second base. Holliday to first in time. Runner that was on first goes up to second now with 2 down. Talkman. And that'll bring up Benintendi. He flew out his first time up. 2 away here in the top of the third. 1-0 Orioles. Folks, now that the stream is working, I can't believe it. We've got 100 people watching. Less than half of you watching right now have hit the like button. I want to say thank you to those people. Here's a ground ball to second. This should end the inning. Holiday to first in time, and Kremer works around Talkman's hit. Another scoreless frame for Dino. Yeah, folks, please hit that like button. We are in a commercial break, and everything is up and running, and we are halfway to 100. We need to bump those numbers up. Uppity up, up, up. Let's go. Let's go. There's a thumb. It looks like this. It's right below your screen. You tap it, you're done. And the quicker we get to 100 likes, the sooner I stop bringing up the subject and annoying you. Okay? All right. Your boy needs a lucky. Now that I'm finally starting to feel I've decompressed. Guys, you don't understand how much stress and physical reaction my body was having during that microphone issue. That is it's my number one thing. I don't care how ugly I look on the camera, obviously. I don't care about all these graphics and stuff. It's, to me, this is a radio broadcast that just happens to have some other stuff going on. And who's going to listen to a radio if the audio is no good? So, anyway, I'm going to have a lucky now, so I need to get prepared for that. Be right back. Thanks for all of your patience and understanding and support, folks.
And I want to thank you very much for that. I really do.
Dylan Carlson at the plate to lead off the bottom of the third. Switch hitter batting from the left side against the righty Martin, and the first pitch is fouled off to the right. And I'm starting to feel normal. It's normal BW. Calling a game like a boss. Hey, there's Mike Elias. He's looking at his phone. Come on, Mike. You can get to level 87 on Angry Birds. I believe in you. He's probably reading Twitter. That's why he looked so despondent. Okay, Carlson with a 1-2 count. Yep. He's reading Orioles Twitter right now. That's what that is. Swing and a miss. Carlson down on strikes. One away. Who the hell is this guy? Oh, so this isn't Masson. This is the White Sox team. Wow. A male sideline reporter? I don't know if I've seen one in sports since Tom Davis. Oh, Joel says Elias is watching me. That's why he looks upset. We have Matteo at the plate right now, and he's got a 2-0 count. Folks, one out in the bottom of the third. Base is empty. 1-0 Orioles. Trying to clinch a series today and go for a sweep tomorrow. You know how we do. That one bounces in there. 3-1 on Matteo. Boy. Gosh. What can I tell you, folks? Man, oh man, on a bright day. Is this the first orange out we've had in a day game? Because holy cow, it's blinding. That pitch is right in there on a 3-1 count. Matteo is not going to get an easy walk if that's what he was hoping for. Full count pitch. He does get a walk. Matteo had no idea where that pitch was going to be. Let's not pretend like you got an eagle eye, Matteo. You were just like, I hope this guy doesn't throw a strike and I can get on base with a walk. Well, it worked out. Matteo is on with a walk.
I'm walking here. I'm walking here.
Now, Steele second. Holiday's up. Holiday showing bunt for a moment. I don't think he was ever going to. That was just a little bit of showmanship. Speed all over the place, folks. Matteo at first and Holiday at the plate. That pitch is in the dirt, and Matteo takes off. No throw. And we've got 2-0 on Holiday now with Matteo at second base. Two and 0. And that ball's fouled away. Holiday going after a 2-0 pitch. A little late. I think we're going to put up a big inning right here. Pitch is hit into the air to center field. Backing up is Robert. And Matteo should be able to tag and go to third. He will. And Holiday with a productive out. Folks, that's all we ask. And look at this Oriole crowd. This intelligent Oriole crowd that recognizes that there is such a thing as a productive out. And it should be applauded. And it was. Good on this crowd here at Camden Yards. Oh, wait a minute. There's 2 down. Wait a minute. There's 2 out. No, it doesn't matter. I thought there was only 1 out. All right. Why did they cheer? Maybe we're not smart. What was the big round of applause for? I don't know. All right, folks. Apparently I gave Baltimore folks a little too much credit. Here's a ground ball to first. Flip to the pitcher covering the bag, and the inning is over. So all of that build-up with that deep fly ball, Matteo going to third, it meant nothing. That ground ball to get the final out. If that was the second out, that would have scored a run, but your boy had no idea that there were already 2 out. It's been a great call for me so far today, hasn't it? But all I know is I keep screwing up, and the Orioles right now are winning. So we'll just keep going. So yeah. Long story short, my intro. I can't take the team seriously when they put Matteo in center field in the lineup. It's just, he doesn't belong there. It's too important of a position. Okay? You cover more ground than any other player on the team. And you're also playing a part of the field that's farther away from home plate than anywhere else. So if you don't know what you're doing, and you don't make the play, things can get ugly quick. Singles turn into doubles. Doubles turn into triples. Triples turn into inside the park home runs. Okay? Dylan Carlson can play center field. All right? I know we're down Laureano. I know we're down Kalzer. I know we're down Mullins. Those guys can do it too. But until at least one of them get back, and it looks like Kalzer will be the first back, just play Carlson in center field. And today, you could have made a lineup where you basically replace Matteo with Emmanuel Rivera. How do you do that? You move Carlson from right to center. From left to center. You move Kerstad from right to left. You move O'Hearn from first base out in the right field. And then you play Rivera at first base. Boom, you're done. You're done. And now you don't have somebody playing out of position in a very important defensive position. It's not about his arm, Thomas. It's his ability to, track down balls, particularly balls that are hit directly above and over his head where he has to run straight back. He can run to his left. He can run to his right. He can't run back on anything. He doesn't know where the wall is. He doesn't have spatial awareness. And again, 0-2 the count on Luis Robert, by the way, leading off the top of the fourth. The analogy I was trying to use with a bad microphone, swing and a miss, and Robert strikes out.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
So the analogy I was using was, okay, so the Orioles seem hell-bent on making Matteo a center fielder, I guess because he's really fast and speed is, a vital tool to playing the position. You can't be super slow. This ball is hit softly on the ground on the right side through into right field for a base hit for Palacios, a one-out single for Palacios. But yeah, so it's not just speed, though. You know who was really fast? Ricky Henderson, right? Any argument there? Ricky Henderson, pretty fast dude. I think he has the all-time lead in stolen bases, runs scored. He was a beast. Ricky didn't play center field, though, did he? No, he did not. He played corner outfield. He played left field almost exclusively. Why? Because Ricky just wasn't good at tracking baseballs like that in center field. That's it. He was fast enough. He's competent enough to, get a fly ball in the outfield, playing corner outfield, but he could not play center field. Okay? So there's a difference between speed and the ability to track down a baseball, and you need both. And Matteo doesn't have half of the equation, okay? And yeah, it's too important of a position to put somebody who doesn't know what they're doing there. 1-1 pitch is a swing and a foul ball, I believe. 1-2 the count on Lennon Sosa. Lennon Sosa. What is this guy? What is he, like a bedsheet or something? He's made of linen. This guy belongs in a linen closet or something. Here's a ground ball foul, third base side. Still 1-2 on Sosa. Yeah, there's a certain amount of speed that you have to play center. But you honestly don't have to be even the fastest guy on your team to play center. Dylan Carlson isn't the fastest guy, but he knows how to track a ball down. That's the difference. Whatever you got, whatever speed you have doesn't really matter if when you get to the part where you're closing down the ball and you don't have any awareness of where the wall is, or you get nervous because you know what I mean? Yeah. Folks, a good center fielder, sometimes they make it look so easy out there, you don't understand just how crazy hard it is to track a ball down out there, especially those deep fly balls hit out to the wall out there. Rojas at the plate, 2 down, runner at first. Well, you say you got to have an arm, Thomas, but Mullins doesn't really have an arm. It's nice to have. But the number one thing is the ability to track a baseball down and make the catch. Close it down and make the catch. Mullins has that maybe better than or as good as anybody in baseball. But his arm is below average. This ball's hit into left center field. That's going to get down. A little flare shot. And the inning will continue for the White Sox. They've got 2 on after the single by Rojas. I don't think Matteo can track the ball in either position, Patrick. Look, I'm not trying to dump on Matteo. Look, it's not Mateo's fault that they're playing him there. I don't blame Matteo for this. Here is Lee, Brooks Lee, or Corey Lee. Is it Corey Lee? He just hit a ground ball, and that's going to get us out of the inning. Dean Kremer has scattered 4 hits through the first 4 innings without giving up a run. We go to the bottom of the 4th. 1-0 Baltimore. Yeah, guys, you know a center fielder when they belong. You recognize it, and if you watch enough baseball, you immediately recognize when a player doesn't belong in center field. And for me, Jorge Matteo, this year alone, he's only played 3-4 games out there. He's already shown me 3 or 4 examples of why he doesn't belong out there. And one of them cost us really, really badly. I can't remember the exact scenario, but it was a close game. It was a catchable ball hit deep center field. And he did a jump like he was at the wall when he was barely on the track, and it was just a mess. It was a mess. He didn't know what he was doing. And, again, it's just hard for me to take the team seriously when you got a workaround. You don't have to play Matteo in center. You can play Carlson there. You can move O'Hearn out to right field, flip Kerstad over to left field, and then just play Rivera at first base and sit Matteo down. Yeah, I mean, a lot of us are wondering, I wonder if Matteo is going to get DFA'd when everybody's healthy. And that makes me think maybe the team is trying to force him to play center field to try to advertise to prospective other teams if they wanted to figure out a way to throw Matteo into a trade package or something. Because they must know that there's not a whole lot of value to Matteo in terms of trade value. But I don't want us to, have a game be costed. Is that a word? Costed? I don't want something to cost us in a game because we're trying to, put a square peg into a round hole or whatever. Gunnar Henderson's at the plate, folks. 1-1 the count.
His name's Gunnar, and he's dating my mom.
There is no value, Thomas. Again, it's just me trying to figure out why they insist on playing him in center field, and the only thing resembling logic that I can come up with is that maybe they're trying to, again, show other teams that he's capable of being versatile like that. Hey, this guy's got speed for days. He can play infield and outfield. Come on. Who wouldn't want this guy? But, yeah. If somebody were to take that bait and go, oh, yeah, Matteo can play center field. Yeah, I want him. Well, then you haven't been doing your research because, no, he can't play center field. Yeah, a throw-in piece. But a throw-in piece that would have added value if they convinced their prospective suitor that he could play center field. Swing and a miss. Henderson strikes out. First out here in the bottom of the fourth. All right, I'm done talking about Matteo. Not that I'm aware of, Michael. He's always been an infielder. Well, we are keeping him. I mean, oh, that ball's hit hard to right. Get up. Get up. That ball is off the grounds crew shed wall. Ryan O'Hearn will coast into second base with a one-out double. He continues to turn and burn.
Lights on. Let's turn and burn.
Splish, splash, I was taking a bath.
Ryan O'Hearn is a man on fire. He is a man on fire. That ball just missed getting out of here. And is that Arias at the plate? First pitch fouled away into the crowd on the right side. 0-1 on Arias. Folks, runner at second, one down. 1-0 Baltimore. And here's a bugle. Check, check, check. The 0-1 pitch is inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Long story short, folks, center field, along with catcher and shortstop, are the 3 positions you don't mess around with out-of-position players, okay? The closest one of those 3 may be a shortstop if you're talking about an infielder that doesn't have a whole lot of experience. You know, like Westberg playing short, you know, in a pinch, okay. But obviously, you can't just grab anybody and have him catch, because that's a whole language you got to learn. That's a whole different kind of position. And then center field. Center field is a position you don't just plug in somebody and hope it works when that's not their position. Team has got to know that. 2-2 the count on Arias. He is 0 for 1 today. Pitch. Swing and a miss. That ball breaking off the plate outside. Arias didn't have a chance to even maybe foul that away. That was a pretty nasty pitch there. Started middle of the plate and then just kept running away from Arias. 2 down with a runner at second. And Kobe Mayo up. First pitch he goes after, a cutter, fouls it away. Folks, Kobe Mayo. First time up, I was still struggling with my microphone.
Just get it all on there. Just spread it out.
So I didn't get a chance to really talk Mayo up much, but I'm digging him in the orange out uniform. 0-1 pitch. Low and away, a ball and a strike. Folks, it's a 6'6" traffic cone at the plate right now. Look out. That pitch low and away, ball 2. Bring out the Hellmans and bring out the best. Come on, Kobe, bring out your best. Right here. Runner at second, 2 down. He takes low, 3-1. Look at Kobe Mayo working a count. Come on, let's spread this out, Kobe. 3-1 pitch. That ball tapped foul at the plate, full count. I mean, if there ever was a time to shine, Kobe, you're up against the White Sox. And again, if it was ever about pressure, Kobe, there's no pressure now. Look around. We just got our 20th win on the eve of June. Just go for it, dude. Line drive, base hit into left field. That ball was hit really hard. Here comes O'Hearn. He's turning and burning, and he will make it home. Mayo caught between first and second and falls down. Wait a minute. Does that count as interference? Mayo ran into a player. I don't think they're going to do anything about that. Kobe Mayo, though, with an RBI single to make it 2-0. Wait a minute. We got a bust up now. The benches have cleared. So apparently that run-in with Mayo and the infielder did cause some consternation. And here come the bullpens. This isn't a fight. Everyone's already... Why are you running out there? Everybody's just standing there. Mayo's walked off to the dugout. Come on, guys. We're both bad teams. Can we not pretend like there's a... Yeah, they're already going back. Like, that is the weakest. All right, so let me watch this rundown. You know what? Mayo reached out. What was Mayo doing? So Mayo, after a little bit of a pickle, turns around and just sort of does a forearm shiver on the infielder as if to maybe knock the ball out of the glove. That was not smart on Mayo's part. I don't know what Mayo was thinking. That was kind of weak sauce, honestly. Commercial break. RBI single for Mayo, folks. It's 2-0 Baltimore. Reach out and touch faith. Boom, 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 boom. Your own personal Mayo. Someone who can hit the ball hard, hit the ball far. Your own personal Mayo. Someone who can hit the ball far, hit the ball hard. Reach out and touch faith. Can you hear the percussion I'm doing on my lap right now? Reach out and touch faith. Hey, how bad would this sound on the laptop version of my microphone? Reach out and touch faith. Your own personal Jesus. Right. Yeah, that's why you need a good working microphone. Happy Saturday. Yeah, I don't know what Kobe Mayo was thinking there. And he's shoving guys out of the way. Kobe, bro. Get acclimated, dude. Kobe Mayo is entering this game like some people enter my chat. Just somebody looking to fight. Oh, instead of Depeche Mode, how about Depressed O's? Because it kind of sounds like it rhymes almost, Ronnie. It's close. It's so close to being a decent pun, but it's 1-1 the count. On Capra. Who the hell is Capra? It's a Wonderful Life, folks. Here's a ball hit to Gunnar Henderson. Over to first, in time, one away. Capra retired. It happened one night. Let's go. Hopefully, when it comes to our offense, we don't have to continue to enjoy the silence. Here's a breaking ball that stays up to Tauchman as the White Sox go through the order a third time. We're in the top of the fifth, 1 out, nobody on. 2-0 Baltimore. A shot of both bullpens, and there is no activity there. Just a bunch of dudes sitting around scratching balls. 1-0 pitch. On the outside, Black, 1-1. Yeah, that was a spicy Mayo out there on the base paths. Here's a ground ball. Backhanded. No, Holiday could not get a glove onto it. And hustling into second base and getting there is Tauchman with a hustle double. Man, you mean to tell me a ball hit up the middle between Holiday not getting a glove on it and Jorge's speed not be able to come in and keep this guy from getting to second base? Can we call Kobe Chipotle Mayo? Is that acceptable? Or do you want to go with something else? Kobe has gone full Chipotle on us. Here is a foul ball by Vargas. White Sox with a runner at second, 1 out in the top of the fifth. Kremer is now on 71 pitches, I think. Hard to see. Garlic Mayo. Well, if we ever have to ward off vampires, I'll be calling on Garlic Mayo. This pitch bounces in there. A ball into 2 strikes. I don't know if the White Sox is the best litmus test for our pitching there, Michael. Just, look. I'll take any, game where we're keeping our opponent to no runs, 1 run, 2 runs. But it's the White Sox, so you kind of have to take that into consideration. Let's see how we handle some teams when we go out west. The Athletics, they've got a pretty good offense. They've got some real bats in there. Brent Rooker. Here's a ball hit out to right. And this ball will be caught out there and flung back in toward the infield. Tauchman will tag and go to third, but there's 2 out. Who else is on there? Who's that kid? Lawrence Butler. Lawrence Butler, another exciting young bat for Oakland. Oakland's got some good hitters. Oh, I'm sorry. I said Oakland. Sorry. The team with no place to call home, Athletics, is who I'm talking about. Here's Andrew Benintendi. First pitch. Come on, Blue. That's a strike. Middle of the plate, bottom of the zone. What are you looking at?
Why don't you wake up and smell what you shoveling? Why don't you wake up and smell what you shoveling?
One-zero pitch is chopped, and Rutschman is going to throw to first base. I think it's a foul ball, though. Everybody will go back to their respective places. Tauchman broke for the plate. Benintendi was taken off for first. Rutschman's flying out of the box to make a play. Everybody go back to where you were. Oh, I know the physical location of where they play home games, but they do not have a name. Therefore, they do not have a location. They are known as the Athletics. Therefore, they are a team with no home. 2-1 the count. Pitch in the dirt, 3-1. I'm actually looking forward to seeing how that Sacramento ballpark plays. Maybe we can get some cheap home runs out there. Oh, yeah. The only reason why I'm talking specifically about their hitters, Bam, is because there was a comment earlier talking about how our pitching is looking really good. And I said, well, pump the brakes. It's the White Sox. Wait till we play a team that's got better hitters, like the A's. So the A's pitching never came into this conversation, but thanks anyway. Here's a ball hit in the right center field, and that'll get down. It's going to score a run. RBI single, and it's now Baltimore 2, Chicago 1. Here in the top of the 5th. Let's see where this pitch from Kremer. It looked like a splitter out of the hand there. That ball in the outer half of the plate, and dude just went out there and got it. Benintendi with the RBI single. And a check on Benintendi. He's back in there. It is 2-1. Baltimore. 2 down in the 5th for the White Sox. Runner at first. Pitch to Robert. That is popped up. Stay and play. First base side. O'Hearn up against the screen. Can't make a play. That ball grazing the screen. Yep, George, it's true. Talkman getting the second base on what should have just been a single. That's true. Wait, why is Matt so mad? Matt, why are you so? Why is everybody so mad? What's going on? What happened? 0-2 on Robert. Come on, folks. Let's get through this inning with the lead. Why is everybody got that 28 days later virus in my chat right now? You guys got the rage. This pitch is low. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Oh, you're talking about Matteo in center field. Well, yeah. Yeah, I'm raging. Again, I can't be more vocal about it than I've been. He does not belong in center field. And again, I don't blame Matteo for this. If you're a ball player, you show up, they tell you you're going to play in center field, you go, okay. That's where you want me. 2-2 pitch first, a throw back to Benintendi. He's back standing. Well, Holiday might actually be able to play center. There was a little bit of testing of that, Matt, last season when Holiday was still in the minors. But you know what? If you threw Holiday out there right now, I would take my chances just to see if he could handle it better than Matteo. I wouldn't want it as a permanent solution, but I would want to. My curiosity would like to see how Holiday. There's a called strike 3, knee high on the outside corner.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
That's exactly right. Matt says it exactly right. We don't know with Holiday, but we do know that Matteo cannot play out there. So, yeah, And wherever Matteo plays, he really can't hit much, and that is true as well. So that's why I keep saying, you're going to put a guy in a lineup that's not helping with the bat and then play him out of position in the top important defensive position on the field other than catcher or maybe shortstop. Like those three spots you don't mess around with. And if you are going to mess around, then at least put a guy out there whose offense is so good that it cancels out whatever he's doing wrong out there. But again, if we're talking about wins above replacement between Matteo's hitting and playing center field, that's a negative war. Any replacement level guy is going to do better. So it's annoying. It's annoying that they put him out there. Hey, folks. Let's do another little bit of a like run. What do you say? What do you say? Come on, what do you say? We're under 70, folks. We got to get over a hundo. You know how this works. We've been hitting 125 with regularity lately. Now, I know this stream tonight got off to a bad start. Your boy was having a conniption fit over here with his microphone. But we've settled in. We're trying to win a second straight game, clinch a series, have a chance for a sweep tomorrow if we can win. Kjerstad at the plate. First pitch, opposite field. That ball will be caught out there in a lunging grab and left one away. Kjerstad retired on one pitch. We lost last Sunday because it was too hot? What? Wait, Bam, can you elaborate? Who said this and what was the full quote? This sounds insane to me. I don't know if I can believe this. What game was it? Where were we playing? That sounds ridiculous. We lost because it was too hot? The hell does that... What are we playing curling over here? Or playing baseball? Here's a line drive to left, and that ball will get down for a base hit. It's rolling into the corner for extra bases. It'll be a double for Dylan Carlson. Folks, splash it up.
Splish, splash, I was taking a bath.
Mr. Hyde says, should have kept Stowers and traded Kjerstad. Now, if that ain't some Monday morning quarterbacking, I don't know what is. Like, of course, yes, it's easy to say that now. Now let's be realistic. Go back to the last trade deadline and imagine a scenario where you wake up, look at the paper, and realize that we traded Kjerstad and Norby for Trevor Rogers. You and everybody else would be livid. You'd be like, what? You gave away Kjerstad for that? Why wouldn't you give a lesser outfielder like a Stowers? No, not Kjerstad. See? Yeah, hindsight. I know. Jorge Matteo at the plate. That is called a strike on the outside corner. It is 1-1. Come on, Matteo, make me look as stupid as I know I am. Do something right here. Runner at second, 1 out. Pitch. Fouled away, 1-2. Here is the 1-2 pitch. Fouled back. We'll do it again. Yeah. Oh, Edward, let's be honest. In some areas, I am extremely stupid. Some areas, I could not be dumber. I know. So I know I'm not stupid all the way around because I have enough self-awareness to know that I am stupid about some things. If there was no self-awareness, that would be a sign of even more stupidity. All right. I'm confusing myself. Where are we at here? I need a lucky. Hey, Matteo flies one out to center field, right center, going back, looking up, and that ball is gone! Matteo trolls BW! Bye, birdie! It's a 2-run shot to right! Jorge, you bastard! You gotta be kidding me, man.
It's magic, you know. It's magic. On a magic carpet ride. On a magic carpet ride. You believe in magic.
Arg! Wear that pirate hat, Matteo. Oh, the next time I see you in center, I'm going to make Mansolino walk the plank. Here's a ground ball to second by Holiday. He's out. 2 down. Oh, my. Janet wants me to see something. Janet says, come on, Matteo, hit one to the flag court. That didn't go to the flag court. Janet is 100% wrong about everything. Is that what you wanted me to tell you? Janet called it, folks. Come on. Give Janet some credit. Earn your check. Well, I guess he just did. It's 4-1 Orioles. We're in the bottom of the 5th. 2 down, bases empty with Rutschman at the plate. 0-1 the count, and the pitch is hit on the ground, gobbled up by the second baseman, and Adley is retired. He's 0 for 3. All right, folks, a 2-run bomb from Matteo. Matteo. Jorge swing and the ball go far. Matteo. Me say Matteo. Jorge swing and the ball go far. All right. Yeah, this Matteo guy is looking good. The replacement comment did it. It broke the fabric of luck. Yeah, Janet, honestly, next time you, play a soothsayer, how about you be a little more accurate? Come on. Janet would want the credit if, she's like, all right, in order to find the treasure, you must go down tunnel number 3. But the treasure is really in tunnel number 33. And then you walk into tunnel 3, and it's like a 12-headed monster. And Janet's like, I said 3. I'm close enough. Where's the credit? Yeah, Janet, what's our next prediction? I want more Janet predictions. What's the next one? It's probably going to be BW. You're going to wake up with a slap in the face because I'm on a next flight to Thailand because I've had enough of your shenanigans. Leave me alone. All right, Janet, I'm sorry. We're in the top of the sixth. Dean Kremer is still out there. Palacios fouls a pitch away on a 1-0 count, and it's 1-1. Brightly deadly like tarantula. 2-1 the count on Palacios. Pitch. Popped up. Left side. Long run for somebody. And the catch will be made out there by Dylan Carlson. Oh, good. Here comes the acid reflux again. It's 6 foot, 7 foot, 8 foot bunch. Lennon Sosa, 0 for 2. He struck out both times. Let's make it 3. It's a magic number. What serves me right? I like to be serviced right, if that's what you mean. The 1-0 pitch. It's called a strike. Ah, God, I'm such an annoying jerk. What is wrong with me? 1-1 pitch is in there. Strike. 1-2 the count. Phillies are down 12-zip. Well, they also have like the best record in baseball right now, don't they? If they don't, I saw something saying that they were number 1 in the power rankings, so I'm assuming they're doing okay big picture-wise. Just having a bad one today. Who are they playing, if I may ask? 1-2 the count on Sosa. 1 out, nobody on. Top of the 6th. Kremer's pitch, swing and a miss. And see you later.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
They're playing the Brewers. Damn. Oh my God, the White Sox. I'm watching the White Sox broadcast, and they just advertised one of their promotional giveaways at an upcoming home game. You don't want to know what it is. You don't want to know what it is. Folks, if you think our team is having it bad right now, obviously the White Sox coming off a historically bad season last year, they are giving away a 1993 division winner's hat. Come on out and celebrate when we won a division 32 years ago. Holy cow, that is embarrassing. Swing and a miss. Rojas at the plate, the count 1-2. And it's not even like a retro looking hat that has, like it's just like, hey. Yeah, exactly, Bam. This does sound like a surplus of hats that have been dug up from the ground next to all the Atari ET cartridges that were buried. Swing and a miss or a foul. I can't tell. Hard to see. Folks, home plate is in dark shadow with bright sunshine all around. So It's dark, folks. It's like it's looking pretty goth at the plate, I gotta admit. This pitch is low and away, ball 3. Yenier Cano. Don't you know? Not difficult to see him out there. He's in sunshine in that orange getup, getting loose in the bullpen. Payoff pitch. Fouled away by Rojas, and we'll do it again. Kremer has just hit 100 pitches, I believe. So it's time for him to call it a day. 100 pitches for Kremer. This should be his final batter regardless of the outcome. The payoff pitch, low and away, that is ball 4, and I'm going to assume that'll end the day for Dino. A 2-out walk here with Cano getting loose. We haven't even had a visit from Drew French. If Cano needs a little more time, they could buy it. Is Dino going to still go? Okay. He's going to face another batter. Corey Lee at the plate, and there's a ground ball. And there is a flip to second on a force by the third baseman, and this inning is over. It just took one more pitch. Dino, get yourself a quality start. 6 innings of 1-run ball. We go to the bottom of the 6th. It's the Orioles 4, the White Sox 1. All right. How you doing? What's going on down at the nightclub tonight?
Where you from?
Baltimore.
What?
Baltimore.
Baltimore? What's that?
Look, it doesn't really matter, all right?
All right.
I mean, you know I'm a Lucky Strike man from way back, so...
Be a lot cooler if you did. Happy birthday to me. Hey, folks, where I'm sitting, it's June. It's June over here. Would you like to know what June is like? Would you like an early report? What will June be like for you? Well, I can tell you, so far it's pretty dark. Weather is about 84 degrees Fahrenheit. And, yeah, that's about all I know. Give me a little more time here in the month of June to figure it out. Dan's got a birthday coming up. Do we play on the 3rd, Dan? Or is that the travel day when we go out west? Gunnar Henderson's going to lead it off. And he fouls a pitch back. I'm just now seeing in the Discord about people trying to let me know that my audio was bad. That'll be fun to go back and look at how I just sit there with my opening monologue talking for 10, 15 minutes straight. And nobody can understand a word I'm saying. And then I get the news. And then the ball game has started. 0-2 on Gunnar, leading off the bottom of the 6th. Henderson is hitless today. And his average, 256. He was up to the 270s there. And his bat's been quiet a little bit. Adley, too. I mean, Gunnar and Adley today combined 0 for 5. Here is a ground ball. It's going to be played by the shortstop on the second base side of the bag. And Gunnar is now 0 for 3. So they're 0 for 6 combined today. Hitting 2nd and 3rd in the lineup. Well, at least O'Hearn has been moved up to 4th. It took a Ryan Mountcastle injury for Ryan O'Hearn to make it to the cleanup spot. And he's up there right now. And first pitch is a strike.
Lights on. Let's turn and burn.
Ryan O'Hearn, all he did was get a hit, score a run, and is hitting .337 at the moment. This pitch is fouled off. It's 0-2. Yeah, I mean, once I caught on with the chat, Janet, I could see that everybody was up the middle, right to the shortstop, though, and that'll be the second out as Vinny Capra, the shortstop, making the play. 6-3 on the putout. Folks, let's get them likes on up. If you're watching right now and you haven't hit the like button, please do. We've got a policy around here. We need 100 likes at least, no exceptions. We're more than 3/4 of the way there. We can do this. Ramon Arias is at the plate. He's 0-2. First pitch is a strike. Next one is over the plate but low for ball 1.
I have a brother.
80 likes now, 20 to go. We're 80% of the way there. Look at my math. I'm a genius. This pitch has popped up. Shallow right center. The second baseman going out, the right fielder coming in, and it'll be the outfielder to make the catch and in the inning. Orioles go quietly in the 6th. White Sox have out-hit Baltimore 6-5 through the first 6 innings, but we lead where it counts. 4-1 is the score as we go to the 7th here in Baltimore. This game brought to you by Bacon Strips.
Bacon! Bacon! Where's the bacon? I smell bacon! 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 Gotta be bacon! Only one thing smells like bacon! That's bacon! 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 There! From that bag! What's it say? I can't read! Please! Please! Give me what's in the bag! Chewy, yummy, smoky bacon!
There you go.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. No, 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 no. It's bacon!
No, it's Bacon Strips, brand dog snack from Purina. Bacon Strips. Dogs don't know it's not bacon.
It's bacon!
This being Baltimore and all.
This is Jack Burton in the Pork Chop Express, and I'm talking to whoever's listening out there.
This is great iced tea.
What was that? It was bad. It had nothing, no fire, no energy, no nothing.
So it's not the best option, but it just is what it is.
Oh, no, not the bees! Not the bees! Ah! Oh, my eyes! My eyes! Ah!
I think they're going to try, if it's still a save situation, I think they're going to try to use Dominguez. Because he does have closing experience, air quotes. I'd rather have Baker, but Baker did just pitch last night, and Baker doesn't have that same experience. But, yeah, I would assume Dominguez is going to be the closer today. Cano for the 7th. They probably want a lefty for the 8th without even looking at the lineup, I'm going to guess. And then Dominguez for the 9th. Cano is on. First pitch is ball 1 to Vinny Capra. Next pitch is a sinker in there for a strike. We're in the top of the 7th, 4-1 Orioles. Need a new link for the Discord, okay? There's one on the outside corner, and the count 1-2. Okay, new link is in the general thread. New link should be available right now in the general thread on the Discord page. 1-2 the count on Capra. Pitch. That one's lifted in the air to the left. It's a long run into foul ground, and I think that's a foul ball. If it's not, it's trouble. That is a fair ball. That is trouble. Runner's going to stop at second base with a ball down the left field corner. Going into a sliding catch attempt was Carlson. I want to see where this ball lands. Smoking a lucky, dropping links. Okay, that was a fair ball. That was a fair ball. All right, we got to work around a leadoff double here. Cano, and wow, we get a first pitch strike called on a pitch that was outside to Mike Talkman. Talkman had a double that last time up and came around to score. The only run of the day so far for the White Sox. Pitch off the plate, 1-1 the count. He's 2 for 3 today. And is he hitting 342 on the season? Wait, that must be in a particular situation. That's not his. Oh boy, that's a line drive. Base hit into right. Coming around to score is Capra. And just like that, Cano has faced 2 batters, given up a double and a single and a run scored with nobody out. All right, well, get plan B up right now because Cano has to face one more guy. And if you don't have it, get the next guy ready now. We can't afford for Cano to face more than one more guy. Because now the tying run is at the plate. First pitch swinging, ball hit to right field. That ball is going to be foul. Jeez Louise. That was trouble down the right field corner. Luckily, it faded away foul. 0-1 the count on Vargas. I could hear the roosters crowing, and it's not even 5 a.m. yet here. This ball's hit into center. Right toward Matteo, he makes the catch. See, that he can do. You hit it right to him? Okay. You make him move like a couple steps? Yeah. I can catch that, though. 1 out. As BW continues to berate Matteo in the lineup, despite the fact that the Orioles have a 2-run lead, and those 2 runs courtesy of a 2-run homer by Matteo. Hey, I was talking about a lefty coming in next. Well, here he comes. Keegan Aiken. Maybe coming in a little earlier than he thought. 1 out in the 7th. Cano faces 3 batters, and he's done. 1 out, runner at first, and a call to the bullpen, folks. Where are you at? 4-2 Orioles, top of the 7th. Oh, put me in, coach. I'm ready to play today. Put me in, coach. I'm ready to play today. Look at me. Gotta be center field. Joe DiMaggio. Sorry. You know, Joe DiMaggio is pretty lucky, man. He gets to be in a Fogerty song and a Simon and Garfunkel tune as well. I mean, why couldn't that song have been "Where Have You Gone, Brooks Robinson? Our nation turns its lonely eyes to you"? Why could It couldn't be Brooks because the song is Mrs. Robinson, and then that really would have made everything very, very confusing. They would have gone with Brooks, but they'd already, decided on Mrs. Robinson. Yeah. Married Marilyn Monroe. He's selling Mr. Coffee. It would have been confusing. Yeah, so Mrs. Robinson is Brooks's wife? Wait, what? All right, Aiken is on. First pitch is a check swing. No swing by Andrew Benintendi. No way. Katron? Oh, I thought you met somebody that watches my channel. No, you met an actual watcher of birds. Darn it. I would have rather if you'd told me you met somebody that watches my channel. But hey, that's cool too. How you doing, Katron? Here's a called strike to Benintendi. The count 1-2. 1 out, runner at first. Well, you could have at least told that guy that, there's a BirdWatcher Channel out there. This ball's fouled away. Still a ball and 2 strikes. Your coworker watches. All right. All right. Folks, it goes without saying, spread the word about the channel. It would really help things out. Here's a ball that gets away, and the runner at first will get a free base, and that'll take the double play out of order. The conventional one. So not a good spot for a wild pitch. That ball kicked off the protective gear of Rutschman there. This ball is hit in the left center. And the catch is made by Carlson. He'll throw in toward third. Runner at second will stay put. There's 2 down. All right, 1 more out. Let's get out of this. Maryland broke Joe's heart. Come on. You're a star baseball player. You're hooked up with, hands down, no argument at the time, the most attractive woman on the planet. Folks, if I had a relationship like that lasted a week, I would just say, you know what? What a great week that was. 1 in a billion chance, and I got to live it for a week. So what? She was a candle in the wind. What are you going to do? Here's a pitch on the outside corner at the knees for a strike to Robert. So this is a big at-bat. Robert, the right-handed power bat on the White Sox against the lefty Aiken, representing the tying run at the plate. There's a called strike, too. Aiken quickly gets ahead. Yeah, I'm sure Joe was, I know he sold Mr. Coffee, but I'm sure he was probably dipping some tea bags as well. Fly ball to right field, and that'll end the inning. Folks, it's the 7th inning stretch time. It's time to throw some cakes on the griddle. How you doing?
Thank God I'm a country boy. 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 Thank God I'm a country boy.
Hey, folks, we're 8 likes away from a hundo. 8. Who wants to be one of the hateful 8? Because that's probably what's left. The hate watchers. Come on. You hate me, but you love to hate me, right? You need a guy like me in your life. Somebody you can channel all your frustrations out on. Just some random person who lives on the other side of the planet that's just offering free content because clearly he loves the Orioles. He loves the game of baseball. This is a passion project. He's just a regular guy. Yeah, can he be a bit of a jerk-off sometimes? Sure. But really, am I going to hold a grudge against this guy for the rest of his life? Is it really worth it? Probably not. Maybe have a little humble pie. Come on in. I'd love to have that. I'd love to have one of my former, confrontational people out there. Come on back in. Say hi and say, you know what, BW? Olive branch. And I don't care what happened in the past. If you did that, I'd be like, you know what? Olive branch it is. Let's go. Forever forward. Derek is back. Derek, so it's you. It's you who've been hate watching me this whole time? Why did you hate me? Why did you hate me this whole time? I'm happy you're back, though, man. Can we start over? It's not you, it's me. Kobe Mayo's at the plate. 0-1 pitch outside. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Let's get it all on there. Just spread it out.
That's right.
Let's get it all on there. Just spread it out.
I want a sandwich. Extra mayo. Pitch. That's low. 2-1. Oh, well, obviously I'm not going to try and make jokes about anything like that. I feel for your loss, Derek. All I'll say is that if it's a grandfather, it sounds like it was a pretty long life. And, yeah. Rest in peace to your grandfather. We got a ball hit toward the right side, and it's going to slice foul out of play. 2-2 the count on Kobe Mayo, leading off the bottom of the 7th inning. So, hey, you got a place to be, man. When you're here, you're family, all right? It's like the Olive Garden, except instead of free breadsticks, you get free baseball. It's awesome. This pitch is fouled back. It's still 2-2. So it's more fun and less carbohydrates. You can't beat it. Look at Erica. She's been holding back. Only because I make her laugh all the time. This ball's fouled back. It's still 2-2 on Mayo. I got to tell you, folks, I know Mayo, he's got the 1 hit, but all 3 at-bats so far, he doesn't look as, lost as he has in previous call-ups. I immediately see something about, right now, he's just worked the count full. Maybe it's because he's just got confidence that we're playing the White Sox and there's really nothing to lose. Whatever it is, Mayo looks like he might be ready. This pitch is popped up, though. This will in the inning. This will be the first out of the inning. It's going to be a pop out to the catcher behind the plate and foul ground. 1 away. Yeah, there's something different. And of course, when I say that, it's a foul pop up to the catcher. BW is on a run of making observations only to have something happen to counter said observation. But folks, if we're being honest, if you're watching along with me, you see what I see. He's been working the counts today. He did get that hit. That was a nice hit. Here is Kerstad, meanwhile, just up there waving that bat for strike one. I mean, Kerstad looks like what Mayo would normally be looking like. Except Kerstad doesn't really have an excuse. Oh, he got a foul tip. Okay, he got a piece of that. My apologies, Heston. I don't want to bust on you too much, but man, your average has got to be creeping below the Mendoza line at this point, isn't it? Where are you at, buddy? 183? Damn. 183 for Kerstad with a lot of at-bats. Swing and a miss. That was 0-2. Folks, Kerstad is another conversation we might have to have. I mean, we got some outfielders coming back. This one's popped up on the infield. And that will be the second out. Holy cow, somebody just sent a novel in the chat. Can this be broken up into chapters? Be a Birdman. Okay, so just making up a new nickname. I've been wanting to ask you an important question, but I don't know what your response would be. But I was wondering about what's your secret to engaging with audience on live stream. What's my secret? Boy. I'll tell you right after this 0-1 pitch to Carlson. 1 ball, 1 strike. Pitch is outside. 2 down, nobody on. Bottom of the 7th. Well, I'll tell you this. If you're doing a live stream and you have a live chat and you're doing something where you're relaying information like calling a ball game, you have to make calling the game priority number 1 and engaging with the chat a second priority. I've seen some channels where they feel the need to address every single comment that comes into their chat, and I think it takes away from the ability to call a good game. So that would be my first bit of advice. 1-2 pitch. Carlson fouls it away, still 1-2. So yeah, you want to be able to engage with the chat. That's part of the whole experience of doing this, is you have this community where we can watch our team play together and comment and talk. But again, as the person doing the streaming, you have to put things in a priority. This pitch is upstairs, 2-2 on Carlson. So, my average number of people is not working, and I am depressed. Okay, well, his ball's hit on the ground, and that will be a ground out. Carlson will end the inning. On to the 8th. It's still a 4-2 score in Baltimore. By the way, the White Sox had a pitcher out there for that inning, and I didn't even tell you about him. His name, Jordan Leisure. Jordan Leisure, what is your pleasure? 0-4, 4.74 ERA. He just pitched that scoreless inning for the White Sox. Sorry about that. On to the 8th. Why are my jokes working but mine aren't? Hutchins, look, I'll be honest with you, dude. I'm going to be totally honest. You're not going to want to hear this, but this is the brutal honesty. And here's part of why I think people like my personality. And I pride myself on this. I'm very honest. But when you are honest, you got to understand that Some people are going to admire you more for that, and they're going to follow you and want to hear what you have to say because they trust that you're going to say something sincere and not give them a bunch of BS. But there's a trade-off, okay? Because being honest means that you're also going to upset a lot of people. You know, you got a lot of people on YouTube who their plan is to try to please everybody. And by doing that, they put out what I like to call vanilla content. You know, it's safe. You know, they'll try to be amusing without really pushing any envelopes because they don't want to offend anybody or they don't want to, you know, right? I think that's a mistake. I mean, you can do it that way. It's a recipe for a lot of people. I knew when I started doing this that there was no way I was going to succeed if I just tried to be like everybody else. My main thing was to not lose this personality, and either it was going to work or it wasn't going to work. And it's still debatable whether or not it's working. But I've gotten this far, right? Slater at the plate. Is this Austin Slater, former Oriole, at the plate? He's got a 2-0 count. Keegan Aiken still on the mound, leading off the top of the 8th. Inside, 3-0 on Slater. Austin Slater, pinch hitting against the lefty Aiken. And the 3-0, not even close. A 4-pitch leadoff walk. What are we doing, Keegan? Boy. But yeah, you can't, I think Janet said something like, you can't manufacture funny. You know? And look, if I were really funny, then I would have been making a living at being really funny by now. I'm 48 years old. So, again, self-awareness, I think, is really important, especially in today's society where it feels like people are a little bit delusional, not really understanding their place. But yeah, you need to be self-aware. Like, you know, some people are funny. Some people aren't really that funny. It's not, you know, like I've got a lot of, what do you call it? Negative traits, things I'm not good at. Right? But I know I can make people laugh. I can say that. Not a bragging kind of a thing. But this goes back to like being a kid in school. I always would cut up in class. I was constantly making jokes. Always, always, always. It drove teachers nuts. It drove a lot of people nuts. So that's the trade-off. For being a funny person, you get to make a lot of people laugh, and you get other people who just think you're annoying, and they don't want to have anything to do with you. I got a guy, he came into my chat here. He runs a restaurant, like literally across the street from where I live, right here. He has American roots. I finally met him, and I was like, hey, I got this channel. He came in and actually said hello here. Maybe Janet or somebody remembers this moment. It happened probably 3-4 weeks ago. But that guy, you know, I was planning on being a friend with him, like checking in with him every day. Because, you know, he's right here in my neighborhood, and I live in a neighborhood where, you know, I'd make the rounds every day, and I'd like to check in and have little chats with, you know, everybody. Feel like I live in a neighborhood. By the way, Dominguez is on in relief, folks. Sir Anthony Dominguez has taken over for Keegan Aiken here in the 8th inning with Austin Slater at first base. I don't even know what the hell I was trying to say, but I don't know, dude. But you can't really, you know, just take a lesson on how to be funny. This ball is hit out to right field, right center. And oh my God, Matteo. Jesus Christ. This is why. This is why. And he might have hurt his arm on the play. Kjerstad makes the catch. Matteo's holding his arm. Perfect reason. Perfect reason. Get him out of center field. Take him out now. Move Carlson over. Put O'Hearn in the outfield. Put Rivera at first base. Get Matteo out of the game. We got a reason now. No communication. He could have hurt Kjerstad. He could have made Kjerstad drop the ball. It's an absolute calamity out there with Matteo. Just walk him off the field. Don't even give me the charade that like you're going to test something. Get him off. Look, you're wasting my time. Honestly, look, I hope Matteo isn't in pain right now. I hope he's going to be okay sooner than later, but just walk him off the field. Just walk him off the field. His legs are fine. It's his arm that hurts. Stop standing there and walk off the field. Could have injured Kjerstad with that I almost cussed. I almost cussed. Yeah, you need to know what you're doing in center field, folks. Matteo does not. You remember him and Kjerstad colliding in Fenway? Anybody remember that? They're going to leave him out there? Where's my crown? Where's my Burger King crown? Joke. Joke. A joke. I'm happy you hit a 2-run homer today, Matteo. I'm not trying to crap on you. I'm not. I don't blame you for playing center field. You didn't set the lineup. Owen won the count on Rojas. 1 out runner at first. Pitch fouled away 0-2. I mean, first you had, by the way, that whole thing where Rutschman took that foul ball off the mask and they didn't even go out there and check on him. They let him go out and catch an additional inning, and then they don't announce that he had a concussion. Swing and a miss. That is the second out of the inning, a strikeout for Dominguez.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
There's speculation that the Orioles basically, you know, if you want to call it lying, I guess technically you can't, but basically withholding the fact that Rutschman did maybe have a slight concussion and just basically sat him for a few days without saying that he had a concussion, because then the question would have been raised, well, then why did you leave him in the game when it happened? So they're basically trying to, and again, this is speculation, trying to avoid getting scrutinized by basically playing it off like there was no concussion. But hey, all I know is this is a mess. We got 2 out and a runner at first. Quero, the catcher at the plate. Is he pinch hitting? Wasn't it Corey Lee doing the catching? Quero in to pinch hit for Corey Lee. And he has a 2-0 count. There is a lefty and a righty in the pen up for Chicago. That pitch is just a bit high, and this is not good. Falling behind 3-0. On Quero. Pitch. Right in there for a strike. Cuero did not offer, was never going to. So a free strike for Dominguez. Now a more important pitch. 3-1. And that is fouled away. Okay, 1 strike to get us out of this inning. Runner at first will have a head start with 2 down and a full count. Payoff pitch from Cano. Low for ball 4. Don't want to see that. Tying runs are on base now. And we're going to have another pinch hitter. Chase Meadroth. Whatever. Every time I think I got it right, I get it wrong. But the guy who hit leadoff yesterday is up to pinch hit here for Vinny Capra. And Drew French is going to come out to talk to Dominguez. So who is going to close? I guess Baker? I mean, Kittredge? Maybe? Didn't they both pitch yesterday? Emmanuel Rivera to close? That sounds good. Soto the closer? Yikes. Yikes. Matteo to close. Oh, Joel, you're so close. KPK snuck it in a little bit quicker. But great minds think alike in the Charm City chat. Well, Joel, you don't have to ask me twice. All right. Let me get my cat o' nine tails. Owen won the count on whatever. This guy. Pitch. That one's low. 1-1. This chat is the best. I can't believe they just like, you know what, Matteo, you're fine. You're playing such a good center field. Just stay out here. Ground ball, third base, and we got a force play at the third base bag to make it easy. This inning is over. On to the bottom of the 8th, folks. White Sox have out hit us 8-5. But we lead it 4-2. Yeah, like a woolly Meadroth. Folks, how about some insurance? Let's put ourselves in good hands with some insurance runs coming up on the bottom of the 8th. I think somebody was saying we hit the 100 like count. Is that right? All right, so this is where we get greedy. Now we have to try to get to what has been established as of late as our new target, 125. Keep it going, folks. 125. How am I looking at my crown? I don't have me up on the screen. Am I looking good? Am I looking official? I'm a little askew. Hold on. There we go. Go. Yes. I reign supreme. Ready to... Nah, you can't work the drive-thru window. Every time you work the drive-thru window, you got to do that thing where you stick your head out and like reach the cut with this thing on. Ugh. Terrible idea. That might be a workplace, that might be an insurance issue. Dan Altavilla is on to pitch. Altavilla. Altavia, perhaps. Whoa, I hear a couple of dogs fighting outside. Dog fight. So we've got 3 different players out in the field. Everybody who came up to pinch hit in the previous inning. Austin Slater, Chase Meadroth, and Edgar Cuero come into the ball game. Matteo is up to hit. You know what he did his last time up? He went a yard to the opposite field, no less. And he's got a 2-0 count working here against Altavia. Would you like an apple pie with that? Make it 3-0. 3-0 to the leadoff hitter. And if you walk him, you're basically giving up a double. So go right ahead, Altavia. That is ball 4. Matteo, 4-pitch leadoff walk.
I'm walking here. I'm walking here.
Somebody was saying something about my eyebrows. Now I'm all eyebrow phobic or self-conscious. Leadoff man on. Who's up next? Top of the order, right? Jackson? Should be Holiday due up. I'm so confident I'm going to hit the button. All right. Nobody out in the bottom of the 8th. The Orioles have a 2-run lead. And speed at first base, Jorge Matteo. Holiday at the plate. He led off the game with a home run. Well, led off the Orioles at the plate. Obviously, he didn't lead off the game in a home game. But for our team leading off the game at the plate, he had a home run. Did I over-explain that? I'm sorry. All right, let's get ready. First pitch. That is in there for a strike. So you got Holiday and Matteo, maybe the 2 fastest guys on the team. At least right now, Mullins on the shelf. And yet, what have they done today? They've hit home runs. Speed guys showing off power. It's 0-2 now on Holiday. 64-ounce milkshake? I just got diabetes reading that phrase. Holy cow. That pitch looked pretty good for Altavia, but he doesn't get the call. Top of the zone. Check on Matteo. First check on him. He's back. The BirdWatcher Channel. 1-2 pitch. And Matteo was off on the pitch, but Holiday fouls it away. Still a ball and 2 strikes. I'm king of the world, Ma. I'm king of the world. And I also wear this on games where we get blown out. That makes me the king of cartoons. Get it? The 1-2 pitch swung on and missed. Holiday goes down swinging. One away. Matteo's still at first. All right. Well, even if Matteo had stolen second with Holiday at the plate, the strikeout wouldn't have helped move him up. But with one down, it's time for Matteo to get himself in a scoring position. Rutschman due up next.
Let the clutch out gently, okay?
First pitch is low. Adley is having another 0 for today. Let's make it easier on him and put that runner at second base. 1-0 the count. And a throw to first. Matteo back in there. I think Matteo's approach is to just not run until he gets that first throw over. Just to get it out of the way so he doesn't get caught. I think he's going to try to run now. The 1-0 pitch. And there he goes. And he's in there. And that's a stolen base. And BW just knows baseball. All right. 1 out and a runner at second for Rutschman. All right. Somebody said something about my intelligence. All right. I take it back. You're right. I'm a genius. All right. Wait, Matteo. Oh, they tried to catch Matteo off the bag. It didn't work. Pitch to Rutschman is off the plate. It's 3-0, folks. Three and 0 on Adley. And there's a conference on the mound for the White Sox.
Let me have a Diablo sandwich, a Dr. Pepper. Make it fast. I'm in a goddamn hurry.
Folks, we got another afternoon game tomorrow. I'm not sure if I updated it on the text scroll. Let's see what it says. Next game will be tomorrow afternoon. Okay, so far okay. Versus the White Sox. Okay. I'll just wait 8 minutes to find out here. Morton. Okay, so that should be correct. Charlie Morton tomorrow, folks, against Adrian Hauser. And the stream will start at, wait for it, 1:20 p.m. What's going on now? The home plate umpire, I guess, telling the pitcher, you got to wait a minute for Adley to get into the box. 3-0 the count on Rutschman as we pick up the game here again. Pitch. Off the plate, ball 4. Folks.
I'm walking here. I'm walking here.
Altavilla is getting himself into trouble and giving us a opportunity to bust this game open. 2 on, 1 out. With Gunnar Henderson coming up. And he is due. He is due. Come on, Gunnar. Jack one out of the yard.
His name's Gunnar, and he's dating my mom.
I mean, this is just a perfect time for him to go yard. First pitch is low, ball 1. This is the right time. Dude can't afford to walk him. He's got to come in with something. Gunnar's got to know this. Let's go. Pitch. Way high. 2-0 the count. Well, maybe he won't throw Gunnar anything. Come on, folks. The 2-0. Right in there for a strike. That looked pretty hittable, but Gunnar lays off 2-1. Come on, Gunnar. I'm calling your shot, buddy. That ball's lifted to left center field, and it's going to be a can of corn out there for the left fielder. Gunnar retired. 2 down. But guess what? Ryan O'Hearn, normally hitting 5th in the lineup, not today. He gets his chance here with 2 down and 2 on to turn and burn one more time.
Lights on. Let's turn and burn.
Pitch goes to left field, going back into the corner, and that ball is a sliding catch made in the corner. What a play out there. Are you kidding me? Put a gold star next to that one. Oh, bad luck for O'Hearn. That is Austin Slater, former Oriole out there, making one hell of a play. Well, he knows the ballpark. Hey, Slater, it's your name that made that catch. We should be mad at you. We go to the 9th, 4-2 Baltimore. Slater, I blame you, man. Slater, what are you doing here? How do you explain that?
I apologize for Baltimore. I apologize for Baltimore.
You better. The hell was that?
How about this? Peace, love, dope. Now get the hell out of here.
Hey, watch your mouth. Oh, I already did, though, Slater. I already did. He brings shame to the name. Shame. 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 I tell you this. If Mansolino puts Matteo in center field for another game, we need to walk him through the downtown streets of Baltimore naked, Game of Thrones style, with a little bell going, shame. Shame. All right. Let's see this game out. What do you say, kids? Sound like a plan? Give me a sec. Shame. Who's on the pitch? What? He threw like 27 pitches yesterday. Okay. The mountain is on.
Mountain, this is what it's all about.
Close the door. Close the door.
First pitch is in there for a strike to Talkman. It's the top of the White Sox order. The Orioles have a 2-run lead. Jordan Adams. Well, I wanted to know if he could play center field. He can. He has taken over for Matteo out there. Why didn't he just take over after? Whatever. That pitch is outside. 1 ball and 1 strike to Talkman, who's had 3 hits today and is hitting .359 right now. You get this guy out and we'll have this game no problem. If we put him on, it could get hairy. And the count is 2-1 after that pitch was in the dirt. There is a giant, just patch of sunshine, harsh sunlight in center and right field. Oh, gosh, Bautista's 2-1 pitch was not one you want to see. That one over Rutschman and back to the backstop. It's 3-1. Man, I'm worried about the mountain. 3-1 pitch, ball 4. I see. This is. Bautista threw a lot of pitches yesterday. Here's a foul ball by Vargas. 0-1 the count. Nobody out, runner at first. What is Palmer saying, George? That he shouldn't be pitching? The 0-1 inside, 1 ball, 1 strike. Gee, it's almost like if me and Jim Palmer, you know, Hall of Fame pitcher that's been in baseball now for 60-something years, if we're on the same page. This ball's fouled away, 1 ball and 2 strikes on Vargas. I mean, look, we might get away with it, but I don't think it was the right move. There was a lot of pitches last night, and he didn't look good. Yeah, you got a Hall of Famer, Jim Palmer, and some nobody in Thailand wearing a Burger King crown, and both with the same analysis. But the manager of the team doesn't seem to agree. I said Baker should close. I said that. I said Baker's my number 1 high leverage guy, not named Bautista. That's a foul tip on a swing, and that's a strikeout. Okay, folks, we got one there. The batter chased a pitch in the dirt and goes down to a knee in the process. 1 away. How about a ground ball, and let's end this thing. Andrew Benintendi at the plate. First pitch to him. In there for a strike, and that was right in there. A splitter that if you're sitting splitter, you absolutely crushed that pitch. Thank God Benintendi wasn't looking for that. 0-1 the count. He lays off a low one. The count even up at a ball and a strike. I get gradually allowing him to pitch a second day in a row, but only under the condition that on day 1 he throws, like 15, 18 pitches. If you're throwing twice as many, that's enough. This pitch is high, 2-1 on Benintendi. The 2-1. That is not close. 3-1. I'm telling you right now, it's the White Sox that are going to make mistakes that's going to allow us to hold on and win this game. Bautista is not blowing batters away like a closer should. 3-1 pitch is nowhere close, ball 4. Hey, I know Mabry can't show up until Sunday, but could you at least maybe get him on like a frickin' Zoom call in the dugout, maybe he could tell you that this was not a good idea. Again, we might get out of this. We might hold on. But this was never a good idea. They can't, though, Axminster. They can't take him out now because that would be them admitting that they made a bad decision because right now it's still a save situation. Now, if they had the ability to go, you know what, that was a mistake, and we're owning up to it, we're going to go to somebody else to try to close this. But they're not going to do that. They're not going to do that. Felix stays in until this is, either over or the White Sox tie it up. And you got Luis Robert Jr. coming up next. I mean, he's 0 for 4 today. He struck out twice. He's hitting under 200. It's a guy you should be getting out, but he's also a dangerous hitter when he does connect. Here we go, folks. Bautista to Robert. First pitch. Here it is. That catches the bottom of the zone for a called strike. Big first pitch there. The 0-1. That one had the plate, but dropped below the zone. Robert lays off. 1 ball, 1 strike. Runners at first and second, 1 out. The 1-1. Swung on and missed. A splitter from Bautista. Robert swings over it. Actually, he might have swung under it somehow. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Come on, 1 more strike. Swing and a miss! Robert helps out. Chasing one in the dirt. Again, folks. It's up to bad batting by White Sox hitters that's going to get us through this 9th inning. 2 down, folks.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
1 more to go. Let's hear it, Charm City chat. 1 more to go. It is Austin Slater. Came on to pinch hit, drew a walk, and then made an outstanding catch to rob the Orioles of a run in the previous inning. Infield is shaded to the left side. The shift is on. The pitch. Swing and a miss. First pitch a little bit off the plate. Slater went after it. Came up empty. 0-1 the count, folks. The crowd making noise here in Baltimore. 20 pitches already from Bautista. Here comes the next. That one bounces in there. My goodness. It's going to take whatever last bit of fuel that Bautista has in the tank to get this game finished. 1-1 on Slater. Pitch. Pop foul and out of play. Folks, 1 more strike. One more strike. Charm City chat on the edge of their seat. The pitch. In there, called strike 3, and this ball game is over.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
My goodness, Bautista for the second straight day did not look sharp. But somehow the Orioles survive anyway. Give the mountain a breather. My goodness, he will not be pitching Sunday, and then we've got a Monday day off. And then Tuesday, it's late night in the West Coast. So it's nearly a 3-day vacation for the mountain, and he deserves it. 2 saves in 2 days for Bautista. 2 wins for the Orioles. We have clinched a series win. Folks, did you hear those words?
Baltimore, you are seeing history being made today.
The Orioles clinch a series, and it didn't take the final game to do it. We've got a chance for a sweep. Say what? Say what? You're joking, right? What? All right, I got to take off the crown, okay? Now that Matteo was, as soon as Matteo was taken out of the game, I should have done that. Oh, whoops. Well, just like my microphone, the crown fell to the floor. What an interesting call on the BirdWatcher Channel today. We had technical problems. We had BW screaming at Matteo, only for him to hit a 2-run homer that turns out to be the difference in the game. We got BW still screaming at Mansolino for leaving Matteo out there after the collision with Kjerstad. And yelling at him for using Bautista after he was already worked to his limits last night. But guess what, folks? We won anyway. And that's the benefit of playing a team like the White Sox. You can actually still win even when you make some mistakes. Folks, that's win number 21 on the season. And I think if we win tomorrow, we might be back on pace to not lose 100 games. Is that a silver lining, I guess? It's something. I don't know. I'm trying. Hey, Kobe Mayo had a base hit today, and I got to tell you, I liked the way he looked at the plate. It's the best I've seen him look at the plate in a game in an Oriole uniform. It's that simple. Something looks different about him, and that makes me excited. I want to see what Mayo can do. We had home runs today from a couple of guys that are more known for their speed, although I guess Holiday is pretty much a 5-tool guy. He's got the power. He's got the speed. But Jackson with that leadoff homer off the into the flag court. What a shot. Like 109 off the bat. An absolute missile onto the flag court. And then Matteo going slightly oppo for the 2-run bomb. And again, where would we be without that particular swing? Otherwise, you had O'Hearn get a hit and score a run. His average now at .333. Carlson had a hit, and that's it. We didn't have a whole lot of hits. A total of 5. We had 5 hits, folks. 5 hits against the White Sox pitching staff. So, again, we somehow won. We get 5 hits. The mountain looked shaky. Matteo playing shaky in center. We still win. I don't know how. But I tell you this, the bullpen kind of got back into gear. Cano did struggle himself. The first guy to come into for Dean Kremer. Cano only got the 1 out and basically faced the minimum 3 batters. He gave up a couple of hits and a run. But after that, Keegan Aiken got the final 2 outs in the 7th inning. Dominguez pitched a scoreless 8th, and then Bautista somehow a scoreless 9th. Those 3 pitchers going 2 2/3 innings gave up 4 walks. But still, It did not come back to bite him because neither of those three pitchers gave up a hit. It was just walks. Bautista, by the way, wound up striking out the side. 3 Ks in the ninth. ERAs at the moment. Kremer with the 1 earned run through 6 innings, quality start, 7 strikeouts through 102 pitches. His ERA was over 5. It's now at 4.70, which is lower than Yenier Cano's. His ERA went up after giving up a run while only getting 1 out. He is now at 4.74. Keegan Aiken is still pretty steady with a 3.12 ERA. Dominguez is still over 5. And Bautista, as a closer, not a good ERA, 3.86. And again, last couple times out, he has gotten the save, but it has not been in a way that you would want to see from the guy you're calling your closer. He has had some command issues, to be sure. All right, I think that pretty much wraps up the highlights from the game. Kerstad with another 0-fer. He's 182. Rutschman another 0-fer. He's down to 203. And Gunnar with another 0-fer. His average down to 254. Oh, boy. Those guys got to get going. All right, so tomorrow's matchup. Take a look. By the way, Kremer with the win moves to 4-5. Davis Martin loses, a record of 2-5, and that should be Bautista's 10th save, I believe, not 9. Isn't it? I thought he had 9 coming in. I thought number 9 came yesterday. Well, somewhere in the neighborhood. All right. Tomorrow's game. 1:20 p.m. the stream will start. It's going to be Charlie Morton looking to build off of what is hands down his best start of the season, and as an Oriole, his last time out. He put in a quality start, and with this White Sox lineup, you would hope he could keep it up for another positive start tomorrow. Record of 1-7. Charlie Morton with an ERA over 7. It is ugly to look at, but it's actually as good as it's been all year. Going up against Adrian Hauser, a right-hander who has just 12 innings pitched on the season, but has not given up a run. My goodness, is this his first start? Has this been bullpen work? Or are we talking like 2 6-inning starts, giving up nothing? Because he's gone 12 innings, no ERA, a whip of .75. 5 hits in 12 innings. 12 innings, he's only given up 5 hits and no runs. Let me see. Last time he pitched, yeah, that's how he's gotten to 12 innings. He's made 2 starts, gone 6 innings in both. One game, he gave up just 2 hits, and the other, he gave up just 3. One was a 1-0 win against Seattle. The other, a 2-1 loss to the Mets. So, yeah. Don't know why, but this guy hopefully is not going to be as good as he has been in his first 2 starts. Because he's putting up Bob Gibson numbers. All right, so 1:20. That's the start time. Let's take a look and see. Hey, folks, we're 10 likes short of 125. It looks like we might come up a bit short, but just in case, if you haven't hit the like button, please do that on your way out the door today. Maybe some people watching the game later on. Some people do that. And maybe they'll... Hey, JJ's live. On to JJ. Wait, did you say the Phillies were getting blown out? Wait, this is final. How is he still live? It's a final score. Is it just a post-game show? Okay, I'm not going to send you to a post-game show for a team that lost by 10 runs. That almost seems like I'm trolling them. Now I got to go in and take them out of here. I don't know. Let me see here. Anybody else? Anybody else on right now? Do 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 do. Yeah, JJ's doing his post-game show. I think is a lot longer than mine. I do have some energy, folks. Actually, even though I had to wake up at 2 a.m. to call this, I went to bed tonight like at 8 in the morning or 8 o'clock. So I slept for 6 hours, which for me is amazing. Like 6 uninterrupted hours of sleep. It was amazing. So I got some energy. Anybody want to talk about today's game, or anybody got any questions? Anything remarks about the team right now? Anybody want to have a chat? We still have 70 people here right now. That's still an audience, folks. BW's ready to, relight his lucky and have a chat. If you want to get on the Discord, you can do that, or just send something in the chat here. It is 5:57 a.m. The sun is just starting to come up out here. A little too early for me to go out and get the breakfast, so I'm just wanting to basically kill some time with you guys, hang out. Hey, can we go back? I want to hear how bad. I know. That would be good. Oh, we can listen to some highlights that I had posted from the previous game. This should be good. Where is it? To the gentleman yesterday who was fed up with my stream because I was too boring. I made some clips. I got clips, folks. Let's see. You want to hear me yell at the guy? Do you want to hear what the good energy version? Or do you want to hear the really, really low energy version? Shoot, how do I start this? All right. All right, so yeah, let's just do this chronologically. Here's me freaking out at this guy.
I wouldn't be this boring. It's Orioles White Sox in a 0-0 game that's had a grand total of like 4 frickin' hits. Sorry, I haven't called it like it's Game 7 of the Stanley Cup Final in overtime, you dumbass. How's that for some excitement, schmuck? 0-2 on Lennon Sosa.
There's that one. And then I decided, all right, let me take his advice. Let me take his advice and, bring a little more energy.
Fouled away. I
want to bring a little more energy. So we did this. Hold on, here we go.
Fouled away. We'll do it again. Oh, I'm sorry. Fouled away! We'll do it again! Hey, folks, it's no score. 2 teams with no shot at the playoffs in a game that got moved up because of rain. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swung on, hit to right. It's down for a base hit. The White Sox have 2 men on base and nobody out. Lennon Sosa. How's that, you dumbass?
And finally, since I was accused of being too boring, I said to myself, you know what? You want boring? You want boring? How about I call a game like this?
Fly ball. Right center field. Caught by Carlson. Runner tags, goes to third. 2 down in the inning now. Eflin's on 70 pitches. And now the lineup flips over. Meadroth is 0 for 2. 2.
All right, now, the best thing to do with this is to now play this clip at 0.25 speed.
2 down, runner at third base.
Anything else? Wait for it.
Eflin's pitch is a called strike.
I'm allowed to amuse myself, right? Sorry. Yeah. How's that? Is that more energetic for you, buddy? Oh my God. All right, folks. Post-game press conference, a word salad of excuses or a chest beating how great his decisions are. Yeah, unfortunately, I have the White Sox broadcast up, so I didn't get to see. But if I go to Masson Twitter, I think they post that super quick. Maybe I can catch it. Well, we've got a Jorge Matteo post-game on the field excuse me, interview, but that's not it. Twitter says, hey, dude, you're not verified yet. Why would I be? Verified for what? Why do I need a check mark? I think people thought that might have been cool for about 8 minutes 7 years ago. Nobody cares. Just text Melanie. I have her number. Look, I am not here to talk about any sort of personal potential history with me and Melanie Newman. That is, private life. Now, he did say, what did she say in that message from the hospital? Oh, lumpy head. She did say that, excuse her for her lumpy head. And I told Melanie, I'm like, look, I normally don't complain about head, but lumpy head, I got to admit, doesn't sound good. So take care of that and then give me a call. All right. That's all I'll say about that. That's funny. I'm funny. Hey, you know what's funny is me trying to amuse an audience that is dwindling. I got the viewership count. I'm live right now in front of me. And you just watch the number fall. as I continue to talk. Hey, maybe I am trying to write it out for 125 likes, but I know that's not going to happen. Everybody that's here already did it. I'm killing time. I'm waiting for the sun to come up a little bit more before I go out. And, after tomorrow's game, we'll have a day off, and then the next game won't be till at night. So coming up this week, I get to basically live a normal sleep or, be up in the day, sleep at night kind of a thing. It'll be nice. Just got to get through this game coming up, which for me will be tonight about, half hour after midnight. Get that game out the way. I can crash. Good to go. And we're going for a sweep of the White Sox. Let's go. That would get us to 22-36. I know. Don't even start, BW. Don't even start trying to figure out some way back into this thing. Look, I know you guys have heard me say that this season is out of reach. I just feel like with Mansolino in charge that's just the honest truth. Because even if the pitching improves and the hitting improves, you still need a competent manager to, make a team play 650 winning baseball, which is basically what it's going to take. I just don't see that happening, But the team, I feel is going to get better. Mansolino is going to learn on the job some things, I hope. All right. Yeah. Yeah, let's see what John Mabry brings to the table, I guess. That's the number one thing. We have folks, let's just break this down. You can use this in any situation, not just baseball. And this is why you have science, because the applications are endless. Folks, when you got a situation or something that's not working and you don't change a variable, then the odds are that situation will continue to be a problem. Sometimes you get lucky and a problem fixes itself, right? But there's some things where it's that's not how it works. You need to address and fix something. So John Mabry coming in, is it going to be this perfect solution to all our problems? I don't know. But what I do know is that it is a fresh voice. And I don't know how this relationship is going to work with, say, the batting coach. Because one guy's got the title. The other guy is just supposed to be an advisor. But it really does feel like a guy who's more qualified to be the batting coach is coming in to babysit the batting coach. I mean, imagine if you're a hitter, all right? Imagine you got the cage out there. You're taking BP, right, in the afternoon. And you got Cody Ashe leaning on the side of the cage. And, he's watching whoever, Kerstad. Let's say Kerstad's in there. And he's taking his swings. And you got Ashe there, just peppering in some comments and suggestions to Kerstad. But then you got Mabry basically standing there next to Ashe. Like, how does this work? Does Mabry talk to Ashe first? Is Ashe basically just a middleman? Hey, Cody, why don't you tell Heston to maybe lift his leg a little more or something? You know what I mean? Like, I don't get it. I don't get how this works. But what I do know is that by bringing Mabry in, Mike Elias is admitting to everybody, without saying it, that he made a giant mistake in building a coaching staff with this little experience, and then having to come out and make a statement yesterday and say that every coach on this staff, their job is safe throughout the rest of the season, which is so odd. Like, why would that statement need to be made for any reason? I don't know. But what it tells me is it's like Elias is hell bent on making the coaches that he assembled, the coaches that are going along with all this analytical BS. It's too much into the analytics, noses stuck into iPads, talking about, okay, this situation, this says you should do this, instead of just naturally going up there, try to hit a baseball, So, yeah, Mabry is not of that mindset. Mabry is not a heavy analytical guy. Mabry is a guy known for being a contact hitter first kind of a guy. He does like to be aggressive. He does like to try to jump on a pitch early in the count. But yeah, again, this is all to say, like, how does this work in terms of the who's in charge and who's got final say, and as a player, what are you supposed to do? If you can kind of hear two guys with two different points of view about your swing, and like, well, which one of you is right? I don't know. It's just a weird situation. But I think, and again, this is not going to help the clubhouse if this is the situation, but if the ownership brought Mabry in and not Elias to basically put a check on everything and bring somebody in to kind of be, put the fire out on a team that's heavily mismanaged right now without actually giving the title of manager, in order to basically, handcuff Elias. I don't know what's going on. It's just a mess. All I know is that, if I were a betting man, if you're giving me, just very, very favorable odds that Elias will not be the GM in 2026, I'm taking that bet because I don't see how this relationship from ownership to GM to manager through the coaching, the whole chain, it's not a fluid chain, is it? It's sort of a hodgepodge of conflicting ideas and philosophies at this point, I think. So I'm just ready to get away from Elias. Well, Brandon Hyde. Well, the GM doesn't necessarily choose the coaching staff, but there's an interview process, and Elias is involved. And basically, at least this is the belief. I'm not there. All right, so let me. I'm glad you said that, Big Cuzzo, because let me just preface what I'm saying, or backtrack with what I have said, and say that this is a lot of speculation, okay? But it's also speculation that is born out of just looking at what facts we know and just sort of what logically would make sense. And to me, it seems that, again, Mike Elias has the brainchild idea of approaching the structure of a roster and everything by relying heavily on data, right? I mean, it's the reason why he went out and got the players he got in the offseason. Like Tyler O'Neill, was an analytics pick. He was. You know, he does have very good numbers against left-handed pitching historically, and last season he was the second best hitter against lefties in all of baseball behind Aaron Judge. Second best. So that's what Elias looked at. He looked at that little analytical chunk of Tyler O'Neill's profile and said, well, that's exactly what we need. Santander's leaving. We don't have a righty power bat in the middle of the order. Tyler O'Neill is in that same price range. Look at that. That guy hits lefties. But it seems like you're looking at those numbers, but you're not paying attention to the fact that Tyler O'Neill has an established history of being on the disabled list for a variety of reasons. An established history. And gee, where's Tyler O'Neill right now? Anybody know? Anybody seen Tyler O'Neill? Right? That's what I'm talking about. You know? Look at the big picture. Elias, the analytics are a tool. Okay? You know, that's what you go to make your final, what you should do is, okay, let's say, all right, I need to find a right-handed hitting outfielder. Here's a crop of guys. Narrow down your choices, okay? And then maybe as a final, all right, I think I got it down to 2 guys. I'm not sure. What's the data say? You know what I mean? Don't go to the data first. All right? I don't know. Am I ranting? Anywho. Maybe the Mansolino thing is up now. Let me check. Can I get it up yet? Nope. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Well, now my Twitter page froze. What the hell's going on now? All right. I've got my Chrome windows open and they're not working. Can I even click here? Nothing is clickable. Holy cow. I guess I better sign off. Okay, there it goes. Oh, there it goes. All right. So is this updated? Still no press conference. Okay. All right. All right, folks. I think I've ridden the clock enough. Hey, guess what? When you come back tomorrow, it'll be June. The summer is here. The summer. You know, that's what this sport is about, right? It's a summer game. So how can we be out of this, folks, if we're just getting started? That's my question. How can we be out of this if we're just getting started? You say over? Nothing is over until BW decides it is. All right. We're under 30 viewers. Let me get out of here before it gets embarrassing. Thanks for hanging in to the bitter end if you're still here. Michael, Janet, 2 great mods that go great together. Everybody else, Big Cuzzo, JC. See, now my scroll bar isn't working. All right. I can't even scroll up. All right, I'm out of here, folks. This has been the BirdWatcher. I hope you have a great rest of your Saturday. Come on back Sunday afternoon, and let's sweep the White Sox out of town. Until then, I'll chirp at you later. Have a good one, everybody.